In terms of the weather around that time, it looks spectacular. Baseball weather for sure. Temperatures tonight will fall quickly into the 60s and eventually 50s. Right now, though, we're climbing through the 70s and a couple 80s. A live look in Hartford. You see there's a lot of blue out there. Looks good. Temperature right now, 78. Along the shoreline, though, it's really looking very nice. 79 degrees. A light breeze out of the south. Very typical with that sea breeze that we see each afternoon. Air quality is excellent across the state. First time we've said that in about a week. The only thing that's not too great, well, that's our drought monitor. We've added in this yellow shading for parts of Fairfield County, as well as some more issues, just this extreme southeastern New London County. Now, the southern part of our state didn't get much rain last week when northern areas saw 3-4+ inches. So they're actually doing not so well. We need to get more rain in here, and we're not forecasting any until maybe Thursday. But the bigger deal on the way is certainly the heat. It begins Monday and Tuesday when it will be hot and muggy. Heat index mid-90s to near 100, but it's really peaking on Wednesday and Thursday when that heat index could approach, if not exceed, 100 degrees. So heat-related illness can come on very quickly. This could likely be heat wave number 4 of the year, and we could even be challenging a few records. So next Wednesday, the record in the Hartford area is 99, and along the shoreline in Bridgeport, it's 95. Thursday is also 99 for inland towns and 94 along the shoreline. Either way, it's going to be very, very hot. By Wednesday, yeah, here's a look at what the actual air temperature could read. This is one of our computer models showing a temperature of 100. That doesn't even take into account the humidity, which would give your feels-like temperatures at about 5, 6, 7 degrees to that, where, yeah, we're talking temperatures well above that 100-degree mark in terms of a feels-like temperature, and it stays that hot. Remember, this is the air temperature on Thursday, so very hot weather is on the way. Likely seeing our first or our next 90-degree day on Sunday, which would put us all the way to Thursday. That's 5. You can add that to the 18 90-degree days that we've seen so far, and that would surpass our annual average. So we've seen none in August just yet. That is expected to change in a very big way. Now, today, nowhere near 90, looking at those 70s and 80s. Dew points are very comfortable. This is the way things will stay as well. The dew point trend stays low for the next couple of days, but it's next week that things really begin to increase. And with the heat, that humidity is going to make things feel quite uncomfortable. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some heat advisories here by the middle part of next week. If you're heading to the splash pad, well, it is spectacular. Look at that, wall-to-wall sunshine. First alert futurecast. This area of high pressure really keeps us high and dry. I mean, there's no other way to put it. We're doing okay. Anything stays farther towards the west and to the south. That could be possibly a developing tropical system. Either way, the National Hurricane Center is watching a few areas. This is the one that you just saw on Futurecast. Could head out farther to the east, well south of Connecticut. Another one way out in the Atlantic, likely staying there. But there's a few that haven't come off the African coast yet. A few tropical waves. We'll have to keep an eye on those. Either way, anything that forms that farther out towards the east takes at least a week to 10 days to get closer towards the eastern seaboard, meaning plenty of time for us to watch it. Next name on the list is Aaron, and then Fernan, and then Gabrielle. As far as your temperatures today, add a few degrees from where we are right now, looking at those low 80s. We're calling it a top 10 weather day. Tonight, it's cooler once again, some lower 50s in the hill towns. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a few upper 40s. Your first alert 7-day forecast, there's that 90 forecasted by Sunday, and then next week, the string of first alert weather days, each day getting hotter and hotter and more humid. Notice by next week, the overnight lows back up into the 70s, even forecasting a heat wave along the shoreline.